Now I think that'll take care of reducing fractions with radicals. And now I'd like to look at denominators with radicals. Anytime you have radicals in the denominator, like 20 divided by the square root of 2, it's inconvenient to have a radical in a denominator. And what we want to do is eliminate the radicals from the denominator. This process is called rationalizing the denominator. In order to do that, what we can do is multiply by the square root of 2 over the square root of 2. And what would that give you? 20 times the square root of 2 for the numerator divided by the square root of 4. Okay? This would be the square root of 4, and the square root of 4 is 2. So you could say 20 times the square root of 2 divided by 2, and now 2 goes into 20 10 times, and the final answer is 10 times the square root of 2. 10 times the square root of 2. Any question on that? All right, look at number 2 on page 94. Number 2 on page 94, it says 6 divided by the square root of 3. So what would you need to do to eliminate that radical from the denominator? Now we're not going to eliminate the radical, by the way. We're eliminating it from the denominator. Multiply by radical 3 over radical 3. And that would give you 6 times the radical 3 divided by radical 9, which is 3. Then you can divide 3 into 6, and it goes 2 times. So I get 2 times the square root of 3. That's the final answer on that one. Okay? Sometimes you'll have a radical that needs to be simplified first. For example, number 6 on the next page. Number 6 on the next page, it says 12 divided by the square root of 45. Now you could multiply numerator and denominator both by the square root of 45 if you want to, but there's an expression, you can either pay me now or pay me later. In other words, there's something that needs to be done here. You're going to have to simplify the radical 45 before you end the problem. You might as well go ahead and do it right now. So let's simplify the radical 45. That would give you 12 divided by, now that would be 9 times 5. Radical 9 would be 3. Radical 5. Okay, so we simplify the radical first. That's a good idea. Now, there are 2 things I have to do. I have to rationalize the denominator. That means eliminate the radical 5 from the denominator. And secondly, I have to reduce the fraction. You can do these in separate steps, or you can do them at the same time, whichever you like. I think I'd go ahead and reduce it right now. 3 goes into 12, right? 4 times. And then let's rationalize the denominator. That means multiply it by square root of 5 over square root of 5. So now what do you have for a numerator? 4 square root of 5 divided by the square root of 5 times square root of 5, which is 5. If you said square root of 25, that's right, and then the square root of 25 is 5. So you get 4 square root of 5 over 5 as the answer to that problem. Okay, now there's one more problem I'd like to look at, number 12. After doing all this square root business, I'd like to look at a problem like number 12. Number 12 says 6 divided by the cube root of 2. Now the first thing that crosses your mind when you see a problem like that is, well, let's multiply it by